Hey now, ladies and gentlemen, and hey now. Hour number 3 of the Line Talk 99.5. Underdog Fantasy starting you off this hour. That's right, Underdog Fantasy. Did y'all get your picks in over the weekend? Did you win some money? I hope you did. Got another game coming up tonight. Who is it? Pittsburgh and who's playing? Who's playing the Steelers tonight?
Seattle.
Seattle's like the top team, are they not?
I think so.
Ah, that sucks.
I could be wrong. It may not be Seattle.
I don't think it is Seattle because Seattle, wouldn't they have a bye?
Yeah, they'd have a bye with Colorado.
Colorado. So are they playing like the Chargers or the well, I don't remember who they're playing. But anyway, I'm in with Pittsburgh. I'm in with the Steelers. I'm in with Aaron Rodgers. That's where my picks tonight are going to be. And I want you to get in on the action as well. First of all, you got to use my promo code, HeyNow, all one word, HEYNOW, to get you some bonus stuff. But after you do that, make your picks, get them right, win some money. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code HeyNow to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code HeyNow. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 19 or older and present in Alabama. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Let me give you guys a moment to join us on YouTube because I want to show you this. If you are not on our YouTube channel watching this show live, go ahead and do it now. I want all y'all on here because I want to show you what I got. Look up Real Talk 99.5 TV on your YouTube app or on your computer. Go to YouTube, look that up. Real Talk 99.5 TV. Type it in. You'll see our channel. Click it. Click the live button. And then, boom, you're in here watching us, okay? You'll hurry up. I'm going to give you a second to do that. Everybody put it together. Get it together. I'm going to pull it up as well to make sure everybody's following directions here. Got that set up. Okay. Here we go. So what I have in my possession, as I noted last hour, was a gift. A gift from my dear friends at Mandu, the owners, Paul and Jolie. And they said, we got a book for you for Christmas. And it's always hit or miss when you tell Andrew McLean, I got you a book. Because Andrew McLean can barely read. Okay? So they say, I got you a book, and I know you're going to love it. And as soon as they said that, I was like, oh, it's a Trump book. Like, I got a bunch of Trump books. I got The Art of the Deal. I got all of it. But this was one I didn't have. It's called The Art of the Tweet. And even on the back, it's got a picture of Donald Trump painting all over the Twitter bird. Now, this is all of his tweets, I think, up until January 8th, 2021, when he was banned from Twitter, when they suspended his account. Everybody remembers that. And, Carrie, I just want to show you the visuals on this. When you open the book, it's got little Trump heads all over it, which is kind of neat. I like that.
You should get that as a tattoo.
I know. And you go through it, and every page is a Trump tweet. Every single page is a Trump tweet. And there's no index or anything, so you just kind of got to wing it. Actually, the very first tweet in here is from Andrew Jackson. Yes, Andrew Jackson used to be on Twitter. And he says, I was born for the storm, and a calm does not suit me. And it says his handle was at Old Hickory, in case anybody was wondering and wants to follow Andrew Jackson on Twitter or on X, should we say. The very first, I'm assuming that this is his first tweet. It's from July 27th, 2011. It said, quote, know when to walk away from the table, end quote, The Art of the Deal. He quoted his own book. Let's see. I'm just going to grab some random ones here, Carrie. Tell me what you think. This one says, this is from December of 2011. Barney Frank looked disgusting, nipples protruding in his blue shirt before Congress. Very, very disrespectful.
I think it's a good start. This is 2011?
That was 2011.
Wow.
Here's August, and this is not in order, I don't guess. I guess this is just all over the place. August of 2012, Ariana Huff is unattractive both inside and out. I fully understand why her former husband left her for a man. He made a good decision. This one says, from October of 2012, I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Followed by this tweet, the Coca-Cola company is not happy with me. That's okay. I'll still keep drinking that garbage.
And he does, and he is.
Let's see. This one says, I never fall for scams. I am the only person who immediately walked out of my Ollie G interview. You remember Ollie G?
Vaguely.
That was the guy from Borat, and he pretended to be a rapper and all of that, and he'd do those scam interviews.
Oh, yeah.
And they had Donald Trump. He was interviewing Donald Trump, and Donald Trump was like, this is a joke. I'm out of here. Let's see. Oh, here's one. This is November of 2012. It says, pervert alert. Anthony Weiner is back on Twitter. All girls under the age of 18 block him immediately. Let's see if I can find.
It's not a truer tweet right there.
Yeah. He says in January of 2013, it's amazing that people can say such bad things about me, but if I say bad things about them, it becomes a national incident.
Man, he had no idea where that was going to go, did he?
No, he didn't. Let's see. February 2013, China is not our friend. They are not our ally. They want to overtake us, and if we don't get smart and tough soon, they will.
I would like to see the replies to these tweets and who replied to them. What Democrats thought he was great.
Right. Let's see. This one, April 2013. I know some of you may think I'm tough and harsh, but actually I'm a very compassionate person with a very high IQ with strong common sense. This one says, April 2013, no mercy to terrorists, you dumb bastards, in all caps.
That could have been today.
May 2013, sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault.
We want proof of your high IQ. Take a test.
This one says, it's freezing outside. Where the hell is global warming?
That's a good point, too.
Let's see. This one says, I hope we never find life on another planet, because if we do, there's no doubt that the United States will start sending them money.
When was that?
January 2014. Let's see. If Obama resigns from office now, thereby doing a great service to the country, I will give him free lifetime golf at any one of my courses. September 2014.
I bet you Obama. Maybe. Man, he didn't like Obama.
No, he didn't. September 2014. Every time I speak of the haters and losers, I do so with great love and affection. They cannot help the fact that they were born effed up. That's just so good. Oh, here we go. June 16th, 2015 at 11:57 a.m. He says, I am officially running for president of the United States. Hashtag make America great again.
He'll never win. Never.
And that's what it was. He'll never win.
This is crazy.
I want to rip this page out and frame it, actually. That's pretty good. Let's see. By self-funding my campaign, I am not controlled by donors, special interest, or lobbyists. I am only working for the people of the U.S.
And that's the biggest difference between Trump and everybody else.
Yep. There's some border talk. Let's see. December 22nd, 2015. When I said that Hillary Clinton got schlonged by Obama, it meant got beaten badly. The media knows this. Often used word in politics.
Schlong?
Schlonged.
Yeah, often used.
So Hillary got schlonged by Obama.
Ugh.
Obama's not into girls. Come on.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody
is she a
knows.
girl, though? That's the big question.
Oh, that's true. Let's see. January of 2016. I refuse to call Megyn Kelly a bimbo because that would not be politically correct. Instead, I will only call her a lightweight reporter.
Pretty funny.
Let's see. Wow, President Obama's brother, Malik, just announced that he is voting for me. Was probably treated badly by President like everybody else. That was July 2016. Let's see. I'll just do a couple more here. And this one says, for those people knocking me for tweeting at 3 o'clock in the morning, at least you know I will be there awake to answer the call.
That's so true.
Very true. October 2016, disloyal Republicans are far more difficult than crooked Hillary. They come at you from all sides. They don't know how to win. I will teach them. And boy, did he. And this is November 8th, 2016, Election Day. He just says in all caps, today we make America great again.
You can frame that one, too.
Yeah. This one just says, Fidel Castro is dead, exclamation mark. Nobody should be allowed to burn the American flag. If they do, there must be consequences, perhaps loss of citizenship or a year in jail. November 2016. Going back to how consistent this guy is. Let's see. I'll do two more. Let's see. New Year's Eve 2016. Happy New Year to all, including my many enemies and those who have fought me and lost so badly they just don't know what to do. Love. Last one. Let's go.
Now, is this every tweet he's ever tweeted or just the best?
It's a lot, so it might be all of them. I don't know. It says, here's the Kofefi one.
Excuse me?
You remember when he typed Kofefi?
No.
It's like a typo and everybody freaked out about it. It said, despite the constant negative press, Kofefi. That was May of 2017. Covfefe. You don't remember that?
I don't.
Because it was just a typo, and everybody's like, oh, he's
What was
having
it
a
supposed
stroke.
to be?
He says, despite the constant negative press, Kofefi. And so it was probably supposed to be a much longer tweet, and he accidentally sent it. And I don't think you could edit your tweets back then. Okay, that's enough. I'm not going to go through all these. I'll be here all day. Anyway, it's a fascinating book. If y'all can find this, I say get your hands on it. The Art of the Tweet. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Paul and Jolie. It's my new favorite book. All right, so I want to get into the reaction over the weekend when it came to sports figures. That's right, sports figures wanted to get in on the action about Nicole Renee Good being pew-pewed by police because she tried to run him over. We'll talk about that and more coming up next. 205-545-9950. So, Nicole Renee Good, it was the topic of the week last week, and it's still going on. Still got the protest and everything else. As a matter of fact, I just saw this moments ago, but last night during the Timberwolves game, this was last night or yesterday, the Timberwolves players during the national anthem, some were wearing knitted hats, like knitted beanies, in honor of Nicole Renee Good.
Did she wear a beanie?
I think she did. I think both of them. Or the wife had a beanie on for sure. I'm assuming she did too. I can't remember.
Lordy.
One of them even had a septum. Is it a septum in your nose?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, even one of them had a nose ring in honor of.
Well, I hope they won the game.
Who knows? Who knows? But that just shows you how much of a joke some of these like. Come on, dude. Can you just stay out of it? I mean, I would expect no less from the NBA, but to watch these NBA players doing that, it's like you got the right to do it, I guess, but I think you're doing it to your own detriment. And it's dumb.
They're just trying to keep the home crowd happy.
And the coaches were no different. So the coaches themselves, let's start off with the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr. Do you know what Steve's son's name is?
Do not.
Nick.
Really?
I think so.
Well, that wasn't very smart naming.
No, that was bad. Bad name placement. Anyway, so Steve Kerr is always outspoken when it comes to political issues. He's very outspoken about his Trump derangement syndrome. He's just always yapping. He's like a little girl. Well, of course, because of that, he had to comment on this ICE shooting incident at one of his post-game press conferences. This is what he said.
With it. It's shameful that the government can come out and lie about what happened when there's video and witnesses who have all come out and disputed what the government is saying. So very demoralizing, devastating to lose anyone's life, especially in that matter. So it's terribly sad for her family and for her and for that city. And I'm glad the Timberwolves came out and expressed that sadness.
So brave. You know, there's only one thing that was accurate that he said in that entire statement, which was it's terrible for her family, which is 100% correct. I hate it for her family. I hate any loss of life is one too many. But he says everybody except the protesters that were there, the witnesses that were there are the ones lying about it. Right, buddy. Right. And then he mentioned the who did he mention? The Timberwolves. He talked about their deal. You had also Doc Rivers, who is the coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. He made some comments at his press conference as well.
You know, what happened in Minnesota was a straight up murder, in my opinion. And it's awful. This lady was probably trying to go home and she didn't make it home, and that's really sad. So the whole ICE thing it's a travesty. It's clearly, to me, we're attacking brown people, and I just happen to be brown. And I don't think it should just be brown people who are upset at this. I think we all have to be. I don't care what side of this thing you are on politically. What's going on in our country right now is absolutely wrong as far as the race stuff. the politics, I'm not going to get into. The race stuff, I will, and it's just wrong, and we have to do something. But the only thing we can do right now is keep speaking up because it doesn't seem like they care, and that's troublesome. Last thing I'm going to say, because I don't want to stay on this, but I could. I keep thinking about kids, and when I grew up, the president was always the role model, and I think about that and the effect of being a bully, lying. How is that good for our kids? And that worries me for our future. So
I have no idea what he was even talking about. Brown people? What? What does that have to do with brown people? Oh, and he's upset also that Donald Trump's not a role model. Because the guy on the court wearing a beanie is.
Maybe I should drop you at your door, leave tonight and vanish up the shore. Anywhere but here. It's 3 o'clock, we're driving in your car. You're screaming out the window at the stars.
All right, let's get back to it. 205-545-9950. And Real Talk 99.5 TV on YouTube. Hook us up. Let me get Bob in Germany. Bob, what's up, buddy?
Hey now, Andre.
Hey now.
Hey, my friend. First of all, I want to let you know that the Steelers are playing the Texans tonight.
Ah, that's right. Steelers versus
And
Texans.
one thing that, I think the fans, I'm right from Pittsburgh. I just live right outside of Pittsburgh and I'm raised there. But I've joined the Army and traveled the world, but I'm still a Steelers fan, hard time, hardcore. And I want to tell you one thing right now about this. The Blue Angels pilot, one of the pilots, I have a picture of him showing a terrible towel in the window while he's flying through the air.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
But Andre, this talker that was last on, and these people are dumb, plain stupid. They're talking about bullies. Well, the bullies were the ones that was causing all the problem there and the blockages and all that. They talk about bullies. That's a good sample to show to the little kids. How to interrupt missions going on.
Yeah, that's the thing is like you talk about, who's a good example for kids and who's not while you're glorifying people that were actively defying law enforcement. You're glorifying this chick, you're glorifying George Floyd. Like, who's really pointing to the bad examples for the kids? You tell me.
Sure, they're showing them how to disobey.
Right.
They're teaching them how to fine. Why don't they teach them how to obey the authorities and stuff like that? These aren't. They're just. Well, I'm all for it, and I love the way Trump and all these people get up on these television, interviews and stuff like that, like Hegseth and Rubio and all these people speak right up because they're full of truth. They just say what's happening, and there's no difficulty trying to think up something to say. They come right out. All of them do.
Right.
And I love that Carolyn Levitt, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, and Donald Trump, our president.
Yeah, they're good at what they do, and that's something that Republicans have not been good at for a very long time, is getting on, say, the evening news or whatever, and combating the left-wing mainstream media narrative. They had let them win that, and now they're, instead of just sitting back and playing damage control, they're going out straight out and confronting it and showing these people, showing America how these people are absolute liars.
Right, that's a fact. And all these other people that get up on the other side, the left, they get up and stumble for words and things to say because they're afraid of saying the wrong thing. But they're not afraid of saying the wrong thing. They do say the wrong thing all the time, but think people will take it. And by the way, the Muslims all everything they said in the Quran up to the point where Jesus didn't rise from the dead. Well, that's where they fell off the ladder.
Yep.
Because if you don't recognize that, you're lost.
Yeah, that's the basis of all of it right there. Otherwise,
Yes, sir,
there's no
buddy.
reason to even try to get to heaven if it weren't for that.
No, that's the only door to heaven, man. That's the only door to heaven, and it's for eternity if you accept it.
Yep. Exactly
Hey,
right.
God bless you guys. I really love 99.5 Talk Radio.
Thank you, Bob. We love you, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Love you too, sir. Take care. God bless.
Go on, man. Bob from Germany. I like it. I like Bob. He's a good dude. Let me keep. Okay, so he was bringing up the NBA coaches that were out here talking about bullies and talking about role models and everything else. It's just when you talk about people taking the podium or taking the microphone and speaking out on any particular issue, the left would probably do themselves a big favor by just staying off the mic and just not making any statements. Let it all play out like it's going to play out, because each and every time these individuals get up and speak, while they think they're helping their cause, I got to imagine average Americans are like, what are you talking about, dude? In a situation like this where we've all seen the video, I understand they're trying to distort reality and trying to make this into something that it's not. But a lot of Americans are like, a lot of Americans believe in law and order. And a lot of Americans, the majority of Americans, understand the importance of police and understand the importance of law enforcement and understand the norms of interacting with law enforcement. And so no matter how an NBA coach breaks this down, most Americans are saying, well, it's tragic, but, she shouldn't have driven her car towards a police officer. Well, it's kind of a bad idea. But they just build on this and they can't let it go. You remember out in, where was it, Oregon last week? I think it was the day after. 2 Trinidad Aragua gang members tried to run over another police officer and he shot at him, or ICE officer. And after that happened, Oregon's far left governor, Tina Kotek, comes out to the defense of the Trinidad Aragua members, saying that she's shaken to her core that they were shot.
We are standing here today, united as a state, wanting peace and safety in our communities. We are all shaken and outraged by another terrible, unnecessary, violent event instigated by the reckless agenda of the Trump administration. This time in our own state, in our largest city, coming just one day after the tragedy in Minnesota.
Here's the thing. If she came across a couple of Trinidad Aragua gang members, they would unalive her and stuff her body in the trunk. That's what they would do. If you think this is so tragic that people that commit the most violent, heinous crimes on the planet imaginable are victims in some way, go hang out with them. Go have a quick brunch with Trinidad Aragua. Let me know how that turns out for you. These people are ridiculous. And a lot of it is, again, coming from mayors. Some of it coming from governors. Especially, I think about Jacob Fry. Jacob Fry is maybe the biggest offender of this because remember, he came out with his press conference. We carried it soon after the shooting. It was the day of. And he immediately draws the conclusion that this was cold-blooded murder and that she was doing nothing wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. She was killed in cold blood. Why? Why? Just because ICE agents like to do that? They just like to shoot people? The argument used to be is that police officers don't like black people. And that's what happened with George Floyd. There's no other mitigating circumstance. There was no other reason than Derek Chauvin, like most police, according to the left, just don't like black people. And that's why what happened. But that wasn't a factor in this one. So they can't use that. Now it's just police just want to kill everybody. ICE agents just want to kill everybody. And the explanation from Jacob Fry on Jake Tapper show over the weekend was absolutely precious.
Does your rhetoric need to change?
Yeah. I said this was a federal agent recklessly using power that ended up in somebody dying because that was a federal agent recklessly using power that ended up in somebody dying. It's exactly what happened. I mean, am I biased in this? Of course. And I'm biased because I got 2 eyes. Anybody can see these videos. Anybody can see that this victim is not a domestic terrorist. I mean, my goodness, she's like doing a 3 or a 4 or 5 point turn. This looks like somebody that's trying to get out of there. If doing a 3 point turn or a 4 point turn is a domestic terrorist, and my wife is a criminal every single day, it does not make sense.
Well, let's go arrest your wife. If she's doing a 4 or 5 point turn into a police officer, she probably needs to be arrested as well. The thing is she wasn't trying to get out of there. She wasn't scared of these officers. If she was scared of these officers, she would have never shown up blocking the streets for 5 minutes before this interaction even happened. She obviously does not fear these people. None of these individuals that go out here and confront ICE agents are scared of them. They're out there to antagonize, and they think that their leftist politicians are going to protect them. They assume that, a George Soros bail money fund, bail fund is going to get them out of jail, and that in their far left city, no reasonable leftist woke prosecutor is going to bring any charges against them.
They have meetings on how to do it correctly.
She was part of an anti-ICE, ICE doxing, ICE antagonizing group. Like, she was there on a mission. She was there to interfere with law enforcement. She wasn't there on her way home from dropping her kid off like they told you. She wasn't there just trying to find a parking spot. She is not scared of these ICE agents. So no, she wasn't fleeing for her life, as we've been told by AOC and Jacob Fry. And whether she was or not is irrelevant. The only relevant part of this is that you hit a cop with your car. If it's clear that you are being detained or arrested, and then you, after that, use your vehicle to hit an officer, whether you hit them lightly or you hit them hard or you drag them 20 yards down the street, doesn't matter. It's all the same. And as a matter of fact, speaking of woke cities, you just have to go back to October of 2025, just what is that, 3 months ago? When ICE officers were boxed in Chicago by protesters, causing a tremendous amount of angst and tension, which resulted in people getting hurt, which resulted in people being arrested. For a good example, this is in woke Chicago, where you've got Brandon Johnson, police chiefs. They're all woke, right? That's why Chicago is a cesspool. But after that happened, where those ICE agents were boxed in, the police chief in Chicago, again, back in October, came out, spoke to the media, and made it clear to the media that you in no way whatsoever are allowed to aim your vehicle at an officer and drive towards him. This is in Chicago 3 months ago. They were saying just that.
Let me make this clear. Federal agents, ICE, HSI, are officers. They are agents of law enforcement. If you box them in with vehicles, it is reasonable for them to believe that they are being ambushed and that this could end in a deadly situation. And it's reasonable for them to use force based on those conditions. Do not box in any law enforcement officer. You are breaking the law when you do that. And you are putting yourself in danger. Following law enforcement agents around. The question is why? What do you plan on doing? It's also reasonable for them to believe that you're eventually going to do harm to them. If you ram any vehicle, especially that one that contains law enforcement agents, and that's any law enforcement, local, state, federal, county, and you do this intentionally, this is considered deadly force. Deadly force is anything that can cause great bodily harm or death. When you plow into a vehicle that contains law enforcement agents, you're using deadly force. And they can use deadly force in response to stop you.
Interesting take. Now, if that same police chief were asked today what his opinion is on ramming ICE officers or any police officers, he probably wouldn't be allowed to say that. He'd probably have to have a different opinion because what ICE did was wrong. The same ICE that's been under the gun in recent months, been shot at by snipers, been attacked, assaulted, doxxed. He understood at that time, the police chief in Chicago. At that time was like, yeah, dude, if you ram a police officer, you're going to get shot. But now all of a sudden, that doesn't matter. Because this young lady who was simply dropping her kid off at school and trying to get home, who accidentally parked in the middle of the street for 5 minutes while ICE was conducting operations, was just making a 4-point turn, a 5-point turn. And everything, the lead up to why she was there, the group she was involved with, everything is so stereotypical of these protesters. Somebody looked up her Venmo, and on her Venmo, it's this constant stream of transactions of her mom sending her money to pay her bills. Like, stereotypical of these individuals. Like, we always ask, do you people not have a job? No, they don't. Mommy and daddy's paying their bills so they can go out here and fight for justice. A tragic loss of life. You'll never hear me say anything other than that. But you'll also never hear me say anything other than play stupid game, win stupid prizes. That is a fact of life. Sometimes life's not fair. Sometimes consequences to your actions may be a little harsh. But every single person listening to me and every single person breathing today will have to face consequences of their own actions. And that's exactly what this chick did. And as a matter of fact, another inconvenient truth here. The Minnesota Ice Watch that Renee Good was a part of, the organization that she was in, if you go through their training manuals, which they post on their social media, these things that I'm looking at now are coming directly from their Instagram account, explicitly train their members to assault ICE and federal border agents on top of harassing and targeting their vehicles. They call themselves a micro-intifada. Micro-intifada. It shows how to break their grip when they grab you and try to detain you, which would be assault, as well as other things, which is very unfortunate when trying to make the case that this is an individual that did not want to assault an ICE officer when her training tells her to assault ICE officers. Crazy, man, crazy. Earnest Financial, retirewithernest.com. Retirewithernest.com. I want you guys living your best life after you retire. The way to do that is make sure your retirement's secure and making sure it's growing all along the way. So if you're 50, 55 or older, you got over 50K in your retirement, this is a phone call to make. Let them know I sent you. Let David Ernest, who's been doing this 45 years, work his magic and get your money where it needs to be and make it grow for you. Make it work for you. They don't take any fees from you. They don't make their money off you. They get their fees elsewhere. Just worry about making this phone call, telling them I sent you, and getting this handled. 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-7233. Online, retirewithernest.com. Brett's on the line. Brett, what's up?
Hey, did she break the law before he walked around her car and videotaped her with his phone?
Yes.
Well, why didn't he get her out of the car when he was videotaping?
Well, they were waiting for backup. There were other ICE agents walking up to
waiting
detain
for
her.
backup. No. I mean, he can't handle her by himself.
Well, there's an
stand by her door. Stand by her door.
There's an entire crowd of protesters out there harassing those ICE officers. So yeah, I would imagine in that scenario you might want backup.
Did she look like when she said, "I'm not even mad at you"? How did she go from "I'm not even mad at you" to "I'm going to kill you with this car"?
She did that with the gas pedal. That's how she did it.
No, but she said, "I'm not even mad at you" in the video.
Well, according to her social media and the group she was involved with, she was
talking
very
about in
mad
the
at
moment.
ICE agents. Oh, yes. She was part of ICE Watch, but she changed her mind in that moment before she rammed him with the vehicle, I'm sure.
She didn't hit the man. The man he lost control of the situation. He could have stood beside her door instead of putting himself in front of the car.
Okay. All right, Brad. Anything else, buddy?
Y'all on the wrong side of history, buddy.
All right.
Hitler.
Hitler's Hitler. Gotcha. All right. Thanks, Brett. Listen.
She was told to get out of the car, and as soon as the guy said that, she started driving off.
That's right. Yeah, let us know whenever how we're on the wrong side of history. Let us know 20, 30 years from now how that whole you're on the wrong side of history worked out. And we'll discuss it further. Hour number 4 coming up next. Hang tight.